Alright, so here's my next project, which is the permanent tank and pump system for the diesel furnace. As most of you guys know, I've got that diesel furnace mounted in the bus now, but it just circulates through the heaters and then into a 5-gallon bucket full of antifreeze, and then which is insulated. So I mean, it's working fine, but it's not a permanent solution. So this is my system I'm come up with, and I'm kind of a little bit hooped because I just realized that these are my ball valves are sweat on, not threaded. So I'm gonna have to return those and get them replaced with the right ones. That's going to slow me down. But Pops is over there cleaning out one of the containers. So here's all the bits and pieces. Got 3 zone pumps, one for each of the zones inside the bus here, and one for the bays. This will just run to a little heater in the bays, and then I'm going to have another one here eventually that will go to the dash heat. I'm going to have so this is a 6.5 kilowatt electric heating element, and I'm going to install that in there as well. Something like that inside, and I'm hoping that will provide enough heat to heat the bus most of the time, and just use the diesel as auxiliary, and you know, when you're not plugged into power, traveling or boondocking or whatever. And the diesel heater will just circulate water through this tank. Right now it goes through the heaters, and it just can't push enough water through the heaters to work, you know, up to its optimal efficiency. I'd say it's probably working at 50 to 60%. So this should allow it to go to 100, 180 degree thermostat, which will get mounted on here somewhere. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm going to replace this cap here with a plate with fittings in it for fill, and put a vent in it for filling. I think I'm going to put the return on the end here, across there. I have some 1/2 inch by 3 inch flat bar that I'm going to weld on there, and drill and tap it so that with 3/4 inch NPT fittings, and that'll put my that'll give me fittings to mount all my barb fittings to. So anyway, that's where we're at for now. I just realized that these valves are the wrong one, so that's kind of going to slow me down. But I got to get, you know, I can't run my welder with the generator that we have here, so I think I'm going to have to just prepare everything and take it to a fab shop here in town and just get them to TIG weld the plates on it. So I'm going to try and be a little bit better at taking video and you know, go through this step by step, as opposed to I always mean to do that, and then I get busy doing what I'm doing and forget to film, and then all I do is go, well, this is what I did. So hopefully I can do a little bit better job and film it kind of more step by step, and we'll see how that goes. We have, as you can see, we've got snow. It was -6 Celsius, so I think it was 22 degrees Fahrenheit last night. So it's only the 3rd week of October, but winter's coming. So I'm going to try and get this done before it gets too cold. It's supposed to warm back up again this week, so hopefully I can get this done before it and installed before it gets stupid cold. But anyways, that's where we're at for now, and I'll just hopefully remember to video as I'm doing this. All right, so I'm just drilling all the holes here. Got the first one drilled out to 29 30 is the drill size for a 3/4 inch NPT tap. So I will I got 7 holes to go, so this is number 1. Alright, I got all the holes drilled in the plate, and I'm in the process of tapping those holes. Tapping 3/4 inch NPT thread in by hand is a bit of a chore. Nice bench, eh? Does the job. Nothing fancy. But anyways, 3 down, 5 to go. No. Yeah, 6 to go. Yikes. Anyways, keep at it, I guess. Okay. There's not even half of them. The other one's got 5 holes and a plate smaller. Holding is going to be a bit of a challenge. If you never hear from me again, you know I died of a heart attack tapping holes. Well, it's coming anyways. Alright, well here we are a couple days later, and I got all these 9 holes drilled and tapped. So I'm not dead yet, so it was close though. That is, trying to do those by hand is that was a challenge, but anyways, they're done now. So I'm just drilling the holes out in the tank so that this will cover. So that's the plan there, and then I'll take this to a shop, and I think I'm going to get Dad to run around to a couple of shops while I'm at work tomorrow, and just see if they can fit it in and take this on for me. So yeah, if I had a bigger generator, I'd just do it in here, but my generator won't, or the generator won't do it. Not big enough to run the welders, so I'm just gonna have to get somebody to do it. Not the end of the world, but a little frustrating. But anyways, so now I just have to do the ones on the end here. 5 more holes. Yeehaw. Alright, well, hello. Back at it again. Got the these plates welded onto the tank now. Dad dropped them off at a fab shop right locally here, and they welded them on for me and did a really nice job, so that's all good. So I'm just going to continue with constructing this thing. My next challenge is going to be mounting the electric element in here, which I'm going to do right in this corner here, I believe. The all the return. This is all the returns to the tank returns for the different zones, plus the for the return of the hot water for the diesel heater. So that's going to come in here, and the cold. Well, it's not really going to be cold, but the supply to the diesel heater, I'm going to use this fitting down low here. So now in the top here, I'm going to take and make another 1/2 inch piece here, and I'm going to try and, I was thinking afterwards I should actually have, while they were welding, got them to weld this on and this flange, and depending on how they bolt on, I may still do that. Just take it back to the shop and have them weld them on. I don't know, we'll see. This is machine, so it's threaded for machine screws, and so we'll see if that works, if I can get it to seal up. This is a hydraulic tank, so it never actually had any pressure in it. This is going to have 10, well, the cap on that surge tank is 10 psi, so that's what it'll run at. So as long as I can get it sealed to that, we'll leave it bolted, but otherwise maybe I'll take and get it welded up as well. Anyways, that's my challenge for now. And then I'm going to insulate this box, this tank, and put it in a plywood box. Mount these pumps all up wherever they end up being here, but kind of like that. And so that's where I'm at for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and start working on this thing and video as I go. Well, it's getting too cold to work outside. I had to bring it into our little container workshop that's so full of stuff you could hardly move. But it is what it is. Seems to me I was complaining about it being too hot a couple months ago, and now it's now winter time. So it's the first week of November, and it's just above freezing outside. So freezing my little butt off. So I decided to bring it in here. So, and of course I thought I had everything I needed, but I didn't. So I had to go pick up some more parts and pieces. I'm just kind of mocking it all up, and where everything's going to go here, and then I'll build a insulated box to mount it in. I've got I decided I'm going to get some more welding done, some more pieces. This is the flange I'm making up for the thermostat, which is going to get, I'll mount it down here somewhere and weld it on. There's less chance of leakage if there's nothing is bolted on. I was just going to bolt that, cut a circle and bolt that on, because it has machine screw holes in here. But I think it'll feel better if it's welded. So these two fittings, as I said before, these two fittings are going to go in there somehow or other, like that. That's the fill, and that'll be the bleed, so I can bleed the air out of it. And so I think I'll weld that on, as well as this flange here for the heating element. I'm going to mount it down in here. So I'll just cut the bolt holes, or the flange where the bolts would go, and just cut that off and get them to weld that on there too. So then everything will be welded up. There'll be no less likelihood of yeah, so continue on. Okay, so here I'm partway through the box, doing what I usually do, wing it, build as I go, trying to insulate it with 1.5" foam, but it's proving to be difficult because I got valves and all this stuff that have to go on the ends and fittings, and I got to be able to get, I guess this end piece is going to have to be able to come off, because I'm going to have to be able to put this end, I got glued already, so I can have that fitting on it, slide the tank in, have these fittings on it as well, and then slide this end piece on and just screw it on so I can remove it if I need to. I don't know, I'm just kind of building it as I go, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, so this platform out here will be kind of outside the box. I'll just have a little short stub of hose there for each of these, and they'll just be mounted up off that bottom plate there. All three pumps. Anyways, just kind of building as I go. Got all the holes and pieces figured out. I'll just get Dad to take the tank in on Monday and get the rest of the welding done. And of course I'm short, I think I said already, I'm short some fittings, so I had to order those. Those are going to be 3 or 4 days, so You think you have everything, but you don't. Anyway, so working away at it, but it's at least it's warmer in here than it is outside. It's just barely above freezing outside. So anyways, that's it for now. Or as we want to get some fittings. Alright, so just a little more, a few more steps on the tank here. Got all the welding done. The last 3 pieces welded on. Did a really nice job of taking those on there for me. Very nice job. So now I'm just sealing it all up to pressure test it, leak test it before I actually go and install it in the box, and so we'll see how that goes. The heater element is installed now. Thermostat, that's just a pipe plug. I got to put Teflon tape and thread sealant on these plugs yet. I'll do that in the morning, and then I'll pressure test it, leak test it, and then if it passes that, then I'll take all those valves back off there again and put it in the box. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I'm just hydro testing it now. Got plugs in all these fittings in the end here. Just checking all the welds for leaks. Have it full of water, and then I just have air hose on here with 10 psi in it, or 15 I should say, sorry. It's going to be pressurized to 10 pounds maximum when it's operating, so I'm just testing it at 15. 1.5 is usually a pretty standard for pressure testing, so I'm just going to leave it for a while, leave it for an hour or so. And there's no sign of leaks or anything now, and I don't imagine there will be, but I'm just going to leave it for an hour or so just to double check it, and then we'll start assembling it and putting it into service. I think I threw it out, but the gasket, this temperature, the heating element had on it that came from the factory was just crap. It was leaking like a sieve out of that. But I got it on Amazon, and all the reviews said the same thing. So I got some O-rings to when I bought it, and put one of those on, and it seems to be working good. So yeah, just leave it here for, I don't know, maybe an hour, and then I'll dump the water out of it, and we'll call it good, as long as I don't get any leaks in the meantime. Okay, so I'm back again. Just cleaning all the stuff out of this condenser bay, getting ready to install the tank. I've got it down pretty much all assembled and put together. I'm just waiting waiting for 3 fittings from to actually be able to completely finish it, but hopefully they'll be here in the next couple days. So I'm going to go ahead and mount it in here and get it all that part of it done. And then all I have to do is put the final fittings in and fill it with water. I cleaned all the crap out of this bay, out of this condenser bay. All the original air conditioner bits. Man, that fan and motor are stinking heavy. I'm not going to miss not having that in there. However, this, where the fan was, I have to be able to get under the bus to get the, just cut these bolts off. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to get them out of there. I can get these to just zip cut the heads off of these ones, but there are ones down the side, around the way around, and the back. I can't get at those until I can get under the bus, so I'm not going to worry about it this winter. I'm going to I'll just leave that and put everything in here. I think I've been thinking what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'll take this thing all back apart out of here in the spring and put some slides on the floor here. So I'll take that out, put a slide mechanism on the bottom here, and then I'll mount the whole assembly on a sliding mechanism that'll slide out of there if I have to do any maintenance. That's what I'm thinking now. Anyways, I'll get it all mounted in there and see what it how much room there is and how easy it is to work on. I might not do that, but that's what I'm thinking at this point, is I'll do that. But anyways, this is all cleaned out of here. I'm just gonna paint it and pretty it up the best I can, and then I'll start putting the stuff in here. Now the diesel heater I have over here is I've taken it out for the moment. It's was giving me some problems. The thing was brand new when I got it. However, it had been sitting on the shelf for 15 years. So it was new, it was new old stock. So the fuel pump packed it in. Just the diaphragm went out. It's been sitting dry for whatever, 15 years or something, and so the diaphragm and the pump went. I kind of thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and bought just a little cheap $25 pump off Amazon. Put that on it just temporarily, just to test it, and that fixed the problem. So that's obviously what it was. The blower here was giving me a little bit of trouble too. It was for whatever reason, it was working fine, but it was throwing a fault code, and it would kick off, and it took me a little bit to, I still don't really know what was wrong with it, but I finally got a little bit frustrated, smacked it with a hammer a couple times, and it worked fine ever since. So maybe it just needed a little bit of discipline. I don't know. Anyways, and I don't know how long it'll last. Like there's an electric motor in there. Maybe the bearing or brushes or something. Again, it's never been used, or very little use, but it is 15 years old, so who knows. Worst case scenario, I'll have to replace the blower. I'm hoping I can buy a rebuild kit for the fuel pump. It mounts back in here, and just replace the diaphragm. They want almost $400 for a fuel pump, so I'm not real excited about spending $400 on a little piston pump, but we'll see what happens there. In the meantime, this one here is working fine. I might even leave it. Heck, 25 bucks. If it packs it in, I'll buy another one. Just mount it permanently and put that in there. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so I'm going to mount that other tank in there, and then I'll mount this back in here back in that bay. So I'll just video more as I go along. And the other, I could say, that tank is just about finished, so I'll take some more video of that as I complete that up. So that's where we're at for now. Okay, well, here we are installing the whole mess into this bay. To modify my original plan, I had the pumps sitting out here, but there wasn't enough room to be able to get the door shut. So I guess I don't know how to use a tape measure. Anyway, so this is what I come up with. It's actually Dad's idea. Never gonna tell him it was a good one though. We put the pumps on the ends here, stacked them, and that shortened the whole thing up quite a bit, so that should work fine. This is the power cord for the electric element. First day with my new mouth. So I'll get that wired up here one day, but and then these are the fittings here. That's the cold water, no, that's the hot water from the diesel heater. Hot water in there, and the supply line is over there. That goes down to the pump here. So anyways, I'm just running these hoses from the pumps into the heaters right now, and it's too tight in there to film anything, so I'll just have to pick this up after I get them hooked up. But it's tough right this time of year, you know. It's I never wasn't able to get started till almost noon. It gets dark at 4, and see, don't have a whole lot of time to get done. I'm probably not going to get this finished till next weekend, but just keep poking away at it, and eventually it'll get done. So I keep telling myself anyway. Okay, here's the whole system all installed and working. It's frustrating because I have, you know, I end up running out of time and weather and everything, so I can't actually finish it. I'm going to have to pull it all back out of here in the spring. You know, this, as I said earlier, that the old fan shroud, it's got to come out of there, and then I think I'll reconfigure this. I'll probably put the diesel heater down in that area, put a piece of plywood or a piece of aluminum skin or something down there, and mount it there, and then the tank and pumps and everything beside it. But it's all working for right now. It's all everything working good. I've got the electric element hooked up, and seems to be working fine. It's been running for about a half an hour or so. I just got it wired up this afternoon, and I got both the 2 zone pumps running now. The only thing I haven't done yet, I forgot about, was I gotta separate the wiring at the back here, and set them up for the 2 zones. So they're still running on 1 zone. But I'll do that. I just ran out of time. It's getting dark and everything. Anyway, and we're supposed to get a big dump of snow and get cold this week. So I wanted to get this all working best I could before that happened. It's 50 degrees today, and you know, pretty nice, and it's hard to believe it's going to go down way down below freezing this week, and we're supposed to get a dump of snow this tomorrow, well, starting tomorrow morning. So anyways, we'll call this project done for now. And again, you know, like this tank here is just sitting here. I want to have it mounted so that it can come out the side of the bus, probably on a slide or something, so I can just slide it out here, add coolant, you know, check everything, put the cap back on, and then slide it back inside again on some sort of a like a drawer slide or something. But anyways, so I guess nothing's ever completely finished, but anyways, it's working for now, and so we'll call that it for now.